Hi guys. So it's our review session, but I'm here alone. So actually someone did come, Nawaf came, but I think we had some issues. Like at first, like my mic was off and I didn't realize, so I was trying to talk to him, but he couldn't hear me. And then I think he like was having some connectivity issues, which I think I was for a moment as well. So I don't know, it just got all messed up. So um I thought that I would just go over the last part of the study guide in this video just to make sure that you guys have it all straight, which was just chapter 16. So it's pretty straightforward. I mean, there's a lot of like weird words in there because it's all like Latin, but at least there's not like concepts to learn really. It's mostly just memorizing. So I thought I'd just go over the study guide to make sure that when you guys are coming through the PowerPoints that you find, like everything that's in there that's on the study guide. So starting in chapter 16, first we have the terms, mutualist, commensal, and pathobiont. So a mutualist is an organism in a symbiotic relationship that is helping its host. So the host helps the symbiont, and also the symbiont helps the host. It's a mutually beneficial relationship. So you would think about, organisms in your microbiome would be typically mutualists. Then you have commensals, which are also symbionts, but they're living in a relationship where they don't affect their host one way or another. They don't hurt the host and they don't help the host. So some microbiome members might actually be commensalists. And then you have the pathobiont. A pathobiont is an organism in your microbiome that is not normally dangerous for you. It's either a mutualist or a commensalist. It's not harming you, it might be helping you. But under certain circumstances, it can cause disease. And that would normally be like if your microbiome becomes unbalanced, or if that microbe makes it into like a different part of your body from where it's supposed to be living at, then maybe it can make you sick. So those are those terms. And apart from that, it was just like almost like a scavenger hunt, I guess, to find the phyla and the orders and the genera. So we'll just go through it. So the phyla that have the most characterized species are four. You have the proteobacteria, the firmicutes, the actinobacteria, and the bacteroidetes. So out of those, actually it's the bacteroides, I'm sorry. Out of those four, all of them are gram-negative except for one, which is the firmicutes. So firmicutes gram-positive, proteobacteria, actinobacteria, and bacteroides are gram-negative. Then you have the phylum that doesn't have cell walls, that's the Tenericutes. Then orders, the order that contains the enteric bacteria is Enterobacterialis. So that one's probably not too hard because the name sounds like enteric bacteria. The order that contains the lactic acid bacteria, also not too hard, is Lactobacillus. The order that's resistant to radiation is Dinococcyles. The genera useful in bioremediation are Sphingomonas and Burkholderia. The genera useful in wastewater treatment are Zoogloia and Zoogloia. Just the one. The genera that contain pathogens, there's a lot of them. It's Bartonella, Rickettsia, Chlamydia, Neisseria, Salmonella, Shigella, Yersinia, Pseudomonas, Listeria, Campylobacter, Helicobacter, Streptococcus, Bacillus, Clostridium, Mycobacterium, and Vibrio. So that's like 16. Genera that have mutualists or microbiome members are Escherichia, Enterobacter, Lactobacillus, Bacteroides, and Staphylococcus. So technically there, could be microbiome members in some of the other genera that we mentioned, but they are less likely, I guess, to have microbiome members. Then you have the genera that are obligate intracellular parasites, which is Rickettsia and Chlamydia. The genus that has the bioluminescent bacteria is Vibrio. The genera that form endospores are Bacillus and Clostridium. The genus that is the biggest source of antibiotics is Streptomyces. And the best characterized microbial species is E. coli, or Escherichia coli. And that's that for chapter 16. I guess a final thing that I should mention about chapter 16 and the test is that even though it wasn't that long to go over it right now, it actually is a lot of questions on the test. So actually most of the questions on the test, well, not most of them, but how am I going to say this? Chapter 16 is the chapter with the largest amount of questions on the test. There we go. So it would go chapter 16, then chapter 14, and then chapter 15 has the least. So that may guide you. All right, cool. Cool. Have a good night, you guys, and I hope this is helpful.